Hello, everyone. We have a pretty good house here tonight. Good evening. Hi, everyone. This is the Abington Planning Board July 6th meeting here at Abington Town Hall. So I'm going to call the meeting to order. I'm going to skip over the minutes and all that stuff later on.
You want to just start with that?
So we're going to start with release of surety through May 31st, 2026 on McHugh Circle. So,
Okay. I don't know if I sent you a copy of the email I received from the town treasurer. We received a request to release the interest being held on the $96,000 of surety we're holding on McHugh Circle from Mr. Rourke. With the change downstairs in treasurer, I had to kind of go by what that interest was last year, because that was the last document I had, and then ask the interim treasurer or the assistant treasurer if she could calculate the interest from that date through May 31st, because we like to do it at an end date certain. So I came up with, I had shown $361.65 we were holding in interest as of the end of last year, and then she came up with an additional $60.04 through May 31st of this year. The total of that is $421.69. So that is the amount that is on your agenda tonight. It's the $421.69 through a date certain of May 31st of 2026.
any discussion?
Is it appropriate to table this until our next meeting? We have a lot of other stuff on the agenda to discuss tonight, so I wouldn't want to take up time on something like
But
this.
there's
so.
not really anything you guys can do. You have to release the money.
I'm just saying, can we table it for discussion until the next meeting?
But that's not till September. That's,
Yeah.
I just don't think that's fair to that person for you guys.
We can
to-
talk about fairness, for sure.
We're not gonna have, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
have that conversation. I'm just saying, they've made a request. It's been held up a month already. We've got the interest. I don't have the amount of the surety that he wants, because we're still trying to figure out what actually needs to be done for that. So I'm not a surety reduction, just the interest. And you guys can't hold on to interest under state law.
Out of curiosity, where does that check go to?
An address?
To a person, an address?
It goes to a person.
Okay,
Yep.
just curious.
Yeah, the last address I had was a P.O. box in North Abington.
Unfortunately, we've, not that I don't agree with Rick, unfortunately, we required to release at least the interest. So I'll make the motion to release it.
Someone want to second that, please?
Second.
Motion made and seconded to release the interest, $421.69,
As of
May 31st, 2026, on surety from McHugh Circle. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Did you decline, Rick?
No, I said aye.
Okay, good. Yes, thank you.
Hey, Liz, you're blinking red.
That's perfect.
Okay.
Can you hear me in there?
Oh, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, all right, so we're gonna move on
You
to,
want it, you got a minute for 6:05.
yeah,
Do you want to approve a set of minutes or do the zoning agenda or something quick?
yeah, let's take a look at the zoning agenda, folks, you guys looked at it? Any questions on this at all, or?
Do we have to report as a town, get approved and permitted every year?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know necessarily approved, but permitted.
Okay,
Yes, we do.
okay. Because there are some, I assume, that don't have to be before us.
Attached units don't have to come before. Anything detached does have to come to this board for limited site review. Anything that's attached or existing that they want to convert to an ADU instead of having an in-law.
Yeah.
That might be a zoning thing, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that piece of it works, but if it's detached, it comes here attached downstairs.
Do you know if that's a June 30th requirement or a December 31st?
I do not know, because we don't have to do it. I'm not sure it's.
We meaning the planning department?
Planning department doesn't
Okay.
have to do it. I'm actually not sure that it's required reporting unless they ask. I thought that was what the state law said, that if they asked, we need to have the information available.
Okay,
I'm not sure that, like, July 1st, we have to send a list in.
okay.
I got nothing.
You guys? No. All right, I guess we're right on 6:05. 6:05 PM. Limited site plan review, 563 Plymouth Street. And we've got the stuff in our packets. So, anyone here to present on this? Yeah, sir, could you come up and identify yourself, give your name and address, please?
Yep. My name's Dewan Campos, 40 Lawndale Ave, Saugus, Mass. Representing the owner, Amanda. For
I'm sorry, could you repeat your name? I'm sorry.
Dewan Campos, so it's D8.
It's here.
It's here in the packet.
Oh, okay,
It's in the
thanks. I'll
packet.
look at the application.
Yeah, it's a different one.
He's got his address and everything else.
All right.
Yeah, it's a
I read
different
the
one.
meeting.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm representing the owner for limited site plan review for ADU for 5063 Plymouth Street. It's gonna be a single floor story. It's actually gonna be in the slab, complete compliant within the setbacks, within the lot. So our goal to do 900 square feet, two bedroom, little detached structure. So on the sides, we're gonna have our smallest setback, the side setback, which is 21.9. Everything else is compliant. I don't know if you guys have any questions for me in regards to the project.
Engineering consultant, Mr. Silva, just to take a look at this, please.
We actually can't.
Okay.
There's no engineering involved.
Well, I just like to get.
I know, I know.
Of course, I have it. Guys, take a look at this. Questions, comments?
So,
So I have a few things. First of all, locust map. I don't think this is correct.
No, yeah, you're right. It's not correct on the locus map. My apologies.
Second, I'm just trying to understand what's around it. I think the requirement is to identify structures within 100 feet.
Yeah, the surveyor put some the parcels next to it, but they did not put the structures
Yeah,
around
there's no
it.
structures. I can barely make out some of these details. I don't mean to nitpick, but it's just, it's hard to take into and I know that there's a Little League field next to it. But like on the other side, I don't know kind of what's there. I'm not even sure which structure is the actual ADU. Is it the purple one? Is it the one on the, oh, no, there
So-
it is. It's the green one. Okay.
Yeah, it's
What, fence line?
Yeah, so on the survey, it's kind of like this blue-ish shade. Right over here.
Dot 3, kind of
Yeah, so
Give you a better-
if you have the plan open,
view.
yeah, it would be like south.
You can't read it?
All right.
Read it?
And so
Oh, it's very hard to see, isn't it?
this one that's in purple, this little box that's in purple out back?
Yeah, that's a existing concrete pad that's there.
Okay.
We're actually gonna use that for parking. We're gonna add some parking there.
You got this, Larry. but- Yeah.
Right.
that's what she's got. Yeah.
All right, that's,
Just make a comment that this print on page 101, it's got the blue and it's very hard to read. It came out very faint on this page.
On the half scale?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did. Sorry about that.
Even the full scale, you can't read the dimensions.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be
Pretty
to scale though. That particular one should be.
But you can't,
Yeah,
read-
but
you can't read dimensions.
Tiny, tiny, tiny dimensions.
Oh, okay.
They can't read them.
Right. Two other questions. One is, I know your client knows there's a Little League field next to it.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that the person who's going to be living in this unit is going to be aware, and there are foul balls and things do get over that fence and into those trees, and that there isn't going to be an issue. There's an understanding that, like, there may be some bumps on the ceiling from foul balls and other stuff from those fields. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we can make that a condition, but it's, or just an understanding that, you know, the owner understands is an active Little League field and has been there for several decades and it's going to be there. And so, because you're putting this even closer to the
To the field.
activities of the field,
There's no utilities on there?
I just want to make sure, like, that's not going to be, we're not going to get a complaint 2 years from now or a year from now from the people saying, hey, there's a lot of noise and light and disruption coming from behind here. And
Yeah, she's fully aware. She residents on the property, so she's fully aware of the field there.
Right.
So that would not be an issue.
Where were the utilities running?
So this is just a survey that for the utilities, we would need a civil engineer. They're gonna be doing the utility plans for permitting.
the other question that's a little bit more awkward, I'm assuming this site has been released from any investigations and isn't needed to be preserved for any upcoming issues, legal issues.
So this is a very, I guess, historic site.
That's not what
you
that's not what I'm
mean?
referring to.
Do you know what happened there?
Oh,
That's what we're talking about.
oh, that. I don't.
Like, this is the area where things were found, and I just want to make sure, like, it's cleared and for disruption, removal. I mean, we haven't had this in the past. There was a crime committed here.
Okay.
So I want to make sure that there's no need to preserve anything that's on the ground for any upcoming trial or anything. No, this is where there was a murder. Year and a half. Just. I don't know how to get, like I said, I don't want to find, well, I don't know if we have a role in saying, like, you can't do anything until you get a letter from whoever saying, like, no, it's cleared and released and.
I think it's probably the police department's responsibility, and they did get a copy of this. We did give them, it was
Okay.
distributed to them.
Okay,
So they at least knew what was coming before the board.
okay.
And actually, one sign that I think it might be cleared is usually they blur the pictures on Google when something's under investigation. And you can see the buildings pretty clearly.
Yeah, we didn't receive anything from them, as far as I know.
Is the owner here?
No, I can contact, as far as I know. I spoke with her on Friday. We haven't received anything in regards to that since we filed the application. So that's something I can find out.
Right. I just may make it a, is that a condition we could put on it just to, no activities takes place until get confirmation from police or district attorney or attorneys involved that this is now free to be disturbed?
Larry, do you have an opinion?
I've never really dealt with a situation like that. You're saying that because there was a crime scene? Yeah. You would think that
Right
they would
here.
be called,
Yeah.
that they should provide you something
Yeah.
that says that you're free to do that. I mean, but it's really ultimately going to be at the building department level, right? Because ultimately they have to get a permit.
I don't know if they talk in those terms.
Yeah.
I mean,
If the courts wanted to
This-
preserve it, I would think they would do something about it.
I would think, yeah, myself, I would think that if it was still active crime scene under investigation and stuff like that, there would be. And Jeff, you just said that you don't see anything.
Yeah, no, it's not not covered up, but usually they are.
Yeah,
They would normally put some sort of hold on a site like that.
yeah, and they haven't, as far as we know.
Yeah.
You would have known.
Yeah, I would have known, they would have told me, but
Now, these are valid
They-
concerns you're raising, Rick, but it seems like there doesn't appear to be a hold on this site.
Yeah, it's fine. I just wanted to make sure that we, double check.
Oh, no, yeah.
It could be
No, it's a valid concern. I agree.
I assume that there wouldn't be an issue, but, it wouldn't hurt to just send an email saying, hey, just,
Make them aware.
In this limited site review, do they have to show utilities and grading or anything?
Probably not.
Because there's nothing on it. All it shows is positioning of the.
yeah, it's just a survey. We didn't go that
So it's
far.
just a survey. You said you needed to get a civil engineer to do
Yes,
all that
for
stuff.
approval for the permit,
That end of it would fall in the.
for,
building
yeah, for the
department, right?
building department.
I'm
Then we
So
would,
you
yes.
don't have, you're not
Sorry.
looking at it like a site plan approval then?
No, it's limited site plan review because they can't really deny it under the state law. So what they need to be looking at
But,
is screening,
screening.
buffering,
Yeah.
like the stuff that,
Setbacks and things like
we
that.
may want to
That.
require some vegetative screening, because I know this area very well, spent several summers running back and forth through here, and it's really close. And, I mean, the property owner is making the change, so
Yeah,
it's their,
and-
ultimately their responsibility, but.
Yeah, and it's a
strongly
fairly,
advise-
and she's fairly new owner, so there's no complaint when,
Do they live on site?
yes.
Yeah, okay, so they understand, they just went through a season, they understand the noise and
Yeah.
disruption and stuff.
For clarification here, folks, we've got 2 limited site plan reviews tonight and a site plan review. Would anyone like to enlighten the folks at home the difference between a limited site plan review and a site plan review?
I just did.
Okay, thank you.
Yep,
I should listen to our town planner.
there you go.
The difference is, under the state's ADU law, there's a very limited range of items that we can review as part of this procedure.
These are allowed by right.
Yeah.
The
these
law
are
says they're
all right.
allowed by right.
So there's a few items that we can take a look at to make sure that they don't cause a problem.
I just wanted to clarify this for the folks watching this at home.
Yep.
So can you just go over those numbers?
Yeah, so,
The side
this-
setbacks, so I can write them in, it looks
Yeah.
like,
so this one right
What is-
over here is 21.9,
okay. And what's the other one?
22 even,
Okay,
okay? In the back setback,
yep.
it's 97.
Oh, you might have. And you don't have a deck, so is that a patio that you have planned in the front?
Yes, it would be a patio,
Okay. And
but
then,
that would be, it would be covered, just so partially covered on by the front door.
all right. And then, I'm sorry, can you just tell me where they're gonna park again?
Yeah, where the concrete pad is.
Concrete pad, that's parking?
Yeah, they're gonna adjust it a little bit, increase a little bit, because if you see, there's like this little bit of an angle right here. That's a concrete pad right here. They're gonna add one additional spot here,
To the left or to the right?
to the right.
Okay. So it looks like there's
So,
a 14-inch
I'm
shrub
sorry,
there?
to the right, like right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's not shown on here?
No, I did, I did like a little plan, like an architectural
Okay,
plan.
so that's on
Yeah,
here?
yeah, it's like an architectural plan,
Okay.
just to
So
show the
they're-
parking.
They're adding P3 and P4?
Yeah, so they're
Okay.
adding 2 additional spots to the right of there.
Okay.
Am I missing the second egress somewhere here?
From the ADU?
Yeah. All I see is the front door.
The front door. Yeah, you're right. I put a window there where it needs to be a door. An additional door off the kitchen. I'll add that in on the plans.
So it's gonna
The
go out the
building
back of it?
department.
It's just gonna go out the back of it, and it's just gonna be an egress, no deck, no...
Yeah, and just egress, because this is gonna be, so we're gonna be doing it's slab on grade. The owner wants for cost purposes. So it will be just pretty much just a step down.
Should I ask if there's anyone here in the audience? who wants to-
Yeah. See if anyone have any more questions.
Any more questions, guys?
What do we do about the locust?
Yeah, we're not going to deny this, but there are some changes that we need.
I was gonna say, because it might be not be a bad idea to show where the utilities are coming in.
And the door and the,
Well, yeah,
It says something about exterior lighting, but
So they plan on
That's
connecting them to the house, or they're gonna keep them separate? You know, utilities?
Utilities,
they have to be separate.
yeah,
Have to be
they
Yeah.
have to,
They
yeah,
have to be separate.
for the ADU state, that
as we get more experience with the ADUs, you
They're
know,
on a timeline to act.
it's interesting, it is. You have to tell everything about all the properties within 100 feet of it, but
Right.
don't talk about the actual proposed one here.
Right? Because we can't. Isn't that crazy?
Isn't it weird?
What about the lighting?
Says about the exterior lighting,
Yeah,
you have to show.
trash and recycling storage? That's not shown, is it?
trash and recycle, wouldn't it just be the normal days where,
Yeah, but where are you gonna store that?
for the bins?
Yeah.
I haven't really thought about it, but we could create an area,
I mean,
designated area.
That's
for it.
supposed to, that, you're supposed to show that on here so that the board knows where that's gonna be along with lighting, like you're gonna have like a lamp post or like how is that area gonna be lit?
Are they required with the ADU to have a service, or are they just getting regular barrels here with us?
No, it's
Well, so here's where it's gonna get tricky for them.
'Cause I'm just wondering why we need any place to put the barrels.
Well, because that's part of the limited site plan, is to show where the trash is gonna be stored, to make sure it's not adversely impacting any neighbors.
My mom's around.
Yeah.
I
How
move it to
many-
the front of the yard.
How many
But
units
that-
is the
that-
house? Is that a 2 or a 3 family?
The existing house is a 2.
2 family, okay. So I'm not sure what the trash regulations are. Like if you go to 3, I'm
Yeah,
not sure if that
no, no,
requires a
no.
dumpster or not.
That I'm not sure either, I wouldn't know.
So that might be something you want to take a look at,
Okay,
because I'm not sure when you move up for an existing 2-family, you're adding a third, in effect, a third family. If that, now you have to, if you can still use the trash bins from the town, or you have to pay for your private trash. I do not know the Board of Health regulations on that.
okay. Yeah, because for a spot for it, we could put it near,
Yeah, but it's not shown on
yeah,
here.
no, I know.
right? Yeah.
I
I mean, you
understand.
can absolutely figure out
We
a
can-
spot and
yeah,
how
we
it
can
gets
definitely
screened and,
Yeah, exactly, we can definitely figure out a spot for it.
yeah,
And add additional screening.
yeah. I don't know, are you playing out in right field?
I've been out there.
Should we leave some barrels out for you? I'm not sure.
My preference is, we're not going to defeat this. We're not going to say no. But there's a growing list of things we just need to cut and get checked off. Unfortunately, we don't have a meeting in August.
Yeah.
So my motion's going to be to continue until September and just get all these little details narrowed down, and then you'll be off and ready to go.
yeah, I tend to agree with Rick because there's been a lot of issues brought up here.
Can we do a quick list of the issues so we
Yeah.
make sure? So it's the locust,
This,
Locust.
and it's going to be lighting. You're going to verify trash, and then if you do have barrels, you'll show where they're going to
where they're
be.
gonna be.
We asked for utilities, roughly.
Because they have to be
Yeah.
separate from the
Rough. Can you show where the utilities going to be?
Yes, I'll notify the owner, because they would have to get a civil, someone to do that.
You have access from he shows a walkway on one set of plans and no walkway on the other side.
Okay,
Come on.
so show the
Correspond
walkway.
walkway.
Yeah, any lighting? I think I said that already.
Yeah, you did.
And you're
Structures
gonna,
on-
can you add those parking spots to the pad, the site plan pad?
And then,
Structures on abutting properties.
Yep,
okay.
If they plan on putting a fence up, make sure that shows up on the plans first.
Yeah, since it's only 6-foot parking fence.
and then there's no sheds or any other structures on the site, just the house, the concrete pad
Yeah, those
and,
concrete pad and then
proposed
the
ADU.
ADU.
okay.
Are we allowed to recommend screening?
Yeah,
Yeah. I would strongly advise considering screening.
Yeah,
Just there's a lot of traffic, foot traffic and kids and running and parents between those two properties, and you're gonna be right up against it.
if you can just put labels on what those plants are, you have 14-foot and 16-foot clusters, but of what? Just so 10 years from now, when some kid goes flying over the fence and their parent has to replace it, we know what to tell them to replace it with.
I'm sorry, where are you?
What
thinking?
plant it is.
Oh, the plant?
Yeah, because I don't, do you have on here a general note of what the plant is?
No,
Okay, so if you could just tell us generally what you're looking to plant there, hydrangeas,
yeah, there's a chain
Otherwise-
link fence over there
Yeah.
already. I mean,
but that doesn't provide a buffer or screening? You know what I
yeah,
mean?
no, I'm talking about, we were talking about like for kids, kind of.
Well, that's what I'm saying, so I'm just kidding, but like,
Oh.
you know, 10 years from now, when the kid goes over the fence and lands in the plant,
in the locust
and somebody goes, what plants do you allow up there? We're like, you need to plant what's there.
Okay, so you.
So we know what you planted.
Okay.
Make
plant
the
this.
dimensions legible.
Oh, yeah, and if you can make the dimensions legible,
Actually, make all the drawings
Right.
legible, please, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
not-
Kind of-
yeah.
yeah, it's not just me that has those, yeah.
I mean, Jeff's the only one without glasses, just saying.
Yeah, it's because we end up working so close to the computer, I'm just like
Oh, yeah.
zooming in.
Oh,
and-
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. That's cool. I've never seen anybody up here bring a pad for his presentation, so hey, technology's great.
Yeah.
No, thanks. Does anyone else in the audience have any comments on this? Okay.
All right. So what date is the continuance, just so I can?
So it's till September, and I'm not sure. Let me look to see when Labor Day is, because it's after that.
So we're gonna continue this, if we
Yeah.
vote.
I have a motion, I don't have a second yet. Give me 2 minutes.
Well, when you get the date, I'll ask for a second,
Calendar.
because Rick is. Because,
Okay, so it is. Can't be. So is it the 14th or the 9th? Do you guys remember
what is?
the meeting,
Oh. 9th?
or the 8th?
What's the Monday?
The Monday is Labor Day, it's the 7th,
Okay.
and it's Labor Day.
Okay, so we can do it.
So I'm not sure, no, you've already put the schedule out, I can't remember whether you picked to do it on Tuesday night or the following Monday. Do you have my email?
I do.
Okay, email me tomorrow and I have the schedule in my office. I can tell you, I'm not, it's, the Labor Day is the first Monday,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not that night because the building's closed.
So, we have a motion on the table to conditionally approve this with the conditions that have been stated, and,
No, it's to continue it till September, that was the motion.
Continue, excuse me.
And we've
Continue.
done the list of the stuff you guys would like to see on it.
So
Let
stay-
me get you a second, give me a second.
So let me do this again. So we've made a motion to continue this to our September meeting with the list of conditions. And so we need a second, and Mr. Collins made that motion, so would someone second this, please?
Just a point of clarification. Are these conditions?
They're not conditions, it's
That's
stuff
what
you
I-
want to see on the plan, so.
That's what
yeah.
I'm trying to get at. So
Yeah.
that word has meaning and
Yes, it does.
it's not,
Yeah,
they're not
so-
conditions.
If I could repeat, Mr. Chairman, what Mr. Collins' motion was?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it was to continue this till September date to be revealed to you tomorrow when you email me, because I can't remember it now. And we went through a list of things: locus, lighting, verifying and showing where the trash was going to be stored, to show the utilities, to show the walkway, to show the added parking, to show the structures on the abutting property, adding the second egress, show that on the
Plan list and screening.
and then add screening and label the plants that you're going to put on there. And they'll be coming back in September with all of those included in the plan. So that was a motion made by Mr. Collins, and
Seconded by Mr.
They have to show elevations at all, the building elevation.
We have We have a,
What's the grade elevation that shows on there?
do you have them?
oh, the average grade?
No.
The foundation grade.
I don't think it's required.
We don't have average grade, but.
So you don't know if they're building it in water table or if they're building it in...
Oh, I've noticed that there wasn't an elevation marked, there was an elevation marked for the main house, but what the main first floor is gonna be of the.
Yeah, we don't have an average grade, but I can get that with the surveyor. So I can get
That'd
it,
be
I can
great
get
if you
that
could
with,
add
the-
that.
yeah, I can add that.
That'd be great.
Yeah, because he did do elevations, so we can get that.
So,
So a list of things we'd like to see. That's not, rather than conditions. So again, the motion has been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Looking forward to seeing this in the minutes.
Kevin?
Till September, and I'll email to find out the date.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you
just
very
email me tomorrow and I'll let you know what that is.
perfect.
My apologies for not knowing, but it is the summer.
All right.
Thank you.
Next up, 243.
Yep. just-
Okay, let Ms. Shea get. Well-
Yeah, if you want to put it right next to you, so you can use the microphone and
And
maybe
both.
tilt it a little this way so they can see it.
And we can say it.
Thank you very much.
I used to work for engineering firms, so I know what an EIT means.
Working on it.
Yes, I'm going to read the hearing notice. All right. Hang on.
Thank you.
Is this good, or am I in the way for anybody for this, guys? Does everybody see?
Can you guys all see that?
Nope.
No.
All right.
No, I can't.
Put on your glasses.
Glasses aren't the problem.
In podium.
Yeah.
I was just trying to do the address.
243 Douglas.
It's good for me. Can you see
Is
it?
this better?
Yeah.
Bruce?
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
fine. All right.
Here, I'll play the Price is Right model. I'll point out. Oh, wait a minute.
I should have brought the pointer,
Right?
the laser pointer.
Okay. Are we ready? I'm going to read the hearing notice, folks. Let's see. The Abington Planning Board will hold a hearing at Abington Town Hall, 500 Glenowitz Way, on Monday, July 6th at 6:50 PM to review a limited site plan review application to construct a 408 square foot attached protected use dwelling unit ADU, a plan entitled Proposed Protected Use Accessory Dwelling Unit ADU 243 Plymouth Street, Abington, Mass. Prepared for William and Darlene Lopes, 243 Plymouth Street, Abington, 02351 by Grady Consulting LLC, 71 Evergreen Street, Suite 1, Kingston, Mass. The plan is dated June 4th, 2026. This review is pursuant to Abington zoning bylaw 175-32I. Property is owned by the applicant. Property is located on Assessor's Map 47, Lot 17. The hearing will be held at Abington Town Hall, 500 Glenowitz Way. The application can be reviewed by the Town Clerk or Planning Office at Abington Town Hall, Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 4 p.m., 4:30 p.m., Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 12:15 p.m. Bruce Hughes, Chairman, June 22nd and June 29th. And,
Thank you.
sir, can you identify yourself and give us your address and all that stuff?
Of course. Good evening. My name is Max Capola. I work for Grady Consulting here, representing our clients William and Darlene Lopes at 243 Plymouth Street. They are proposing a 408 square foot ADU. That is the footprint, at least. That is 2 floors. They're connecting the water and sewer to the main house. The site is surrounded, or at least where the ADU is surrounded by a privacy fence. The proposed lighting for the ADU will be dark sky compliant and will not cast over property lines. The trash will be stored within the ADU. And minimal site work and grading is proposed. And I'll open up to any questions if you guys have any.
So you're going to zoning for a variance?
Yeah, so Wednesday, I believe. We're going for a finding for the existing non-conforming lot and a variance to the side setback.
What's the non-conforming?
It's lot size.
Okay.
Frontage, lot size. Take a look and go down.
I guess why
But-
the decision to cite it there and not, 10 feet over in the center where you wouldn't be in the middle, wouldn't cross over into setbacks?
So we looked at that option. The homeowner would like to put it as close as they can without increasing any more nonconformities. As there was an old shed, like garage structure there on a foundation that's still there. And after talking to the building commissioner, it is considered a accessory building on the lot. So there's currently an accessory building 2.3 feet from the side lot line.
I'm talking about going that way towards the existing concrete pad.
Yep.
It looks like there'd be enough room to just, if it's slid that way, what's the thought just to have it off that setback where it is? Why not slide it 10 feet towards that concrete pad?
That's what the homeowner wanted to put it.
All right, so there's a, sorry. The treehouse that's being removed, is that shed being removed as well?
The one in front of it is not, the one underneath it is. So we're removing the concrete pad that is on top of, that it would be on the smaller shed and the tree house.
So you're gonna have, the shed is 2.5 feet away from it?
Yep.
Is there space to get between them?
Yeah, should be.
Don't those need to be 10 feet apart?
That's what I'm kind of wondering.
I think they need to be 10 feet apart.
Okay.
That's a building inspector call,
Yep.
but we spent many hours in this room talking about ADUs.
Yep.
That's the kind of stuff that stays in my head, crazy.
Yep. So essentially, the avenues would be would it be move the ADU in that sense, or remove that shed?
Or relocate the shed?
Yeah, or move the shed.
Yeah.
So what's gonna happen to the shed again? I'm sorry. What will happen to the shed again?
They'll
The-
either take it down or move it.
Okay, all right.
So what is that? I'm sorry, is that 4 feet? What's the distance between the shed and the ADU?
Probably 2 feet.
2 feet,
I'd have
okay.
to scale it.
That's okay, just rough eyeballing it.
Yep.
I'm just saying, I'd have a tough time squeezing between that, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's not 4
And not that not that they're responsible for what's around them, but the people to the north,
No.
it looks like there's some
Yeah.
buildings there, are those sheds, are they garages? Yeah,
Over here?
yeah, to the north, so the other side, yeah.
There isn't anything there. I was on site. It's just woods, from what I remember. It's just trees. I don't remember there being any
That's
overlooking over that side.
not what the photos show. Be heading north into North Abington Center, the house right next to it, there's multiple structures and kind of like a half circle paved area and
Up here or right here?
right next door, the next door neighbors, there's a number of structures and cars in that yard.
To the right.
Yes, this one.
So you're talking about 233 Plymouth Street?
Yeah, that's north.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not, I thought you meant like literally,
Oh.
if you were looking at this plan, up top here, this is trees. No, yeah, that's a driveway, that's their driveway, and then I believe it's a garage back there? I'm not quite sure, I didn't actually go onto their property.
The arrow points
Just
to that
looked
shows
over.
that that's south. It's got a north arrow top.
The docking there is for this house.
Yeah, it's locked to a plan for a couple houses down.
Yeah, that's not north, that's definitely not north.
On this house.
It's a plan north, recorded at the registry.
Gonna sit right here.
It's for this house here. Can you tell me what the parking for this, for the vehicle for the ADU will be?
Yeah, it'll be on this concrete portion, or the paver portion here.
On the, so it's where it says existing paver parking?
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be the ADU parking?
Yep.
That's where the parking is now, right?
Yes, you have other,
That cars, it's showing cars parked there now.
Yeah, there's
Without
plenty
an
of
ADU.
space for both.
But we can't
the
require
existing
additional
and the
parking
ADU.
spaces. We can't require for additional parking spaces.
just one.
For one.
Yep,
Okay.
I believe they're,
unless they're in the transit-oriented, they're within a certain amount of miles away from the train, and then we can't require one at all.
So this is.
And you're not, sorry.
Is this on the top?
Certain amount away from the
yeah,
train station.
the existing driveway can accommodate the required parking for the existing dwelling and the additional that would be required for the proposed accessory dwelling unit.
How many
It's
units
about
is the
20 feet
existing?
wide by 50 or 60 feet long. I'd have to double check that. But
Is it a single family or a two-family?
it's a single family.
Okay.
It'll retain the same use.
So you're not gonna have a trash problem?
Sorry?
You're
Oh,
not gonna
yeah.
have a trash problem?
No.
This isn't in the top, is it?
So you have to back out to the street to
No, it's in
turn.
the central business
Yeah.
district, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Right.
I always like to spell an acronym, so.
Are we able to put as a condition no off-street parking? No, or no on-street parking, I'm sorry, no on-street?
No, because I think it's allowed in that district.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the central business.
You're in the central business district, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Or is it in R20?
So I thought it was an R30.
Oh, it's in R30, sorry.
Because it's not a great intersection, and so like, I'm fine if everyone parks
Yeah.
on site, it's fine, no problem. If someone starts saying, you know what, I'm tired of having to move cars, so we're just gonna park on that side one.
Yep.
Now it's getting into an issue, especially at this intersection.
I think we're held to, like, say when both of your kids have cars, right? And I know it's a difficult
Yeah,
intersection.
no, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bob, do you have any comments?
I just question the setback, the side setback. I know you're going for a variance, but I would imagine that's a tough hurdle to cross.
Okay. And again, what's the variance you're seeking on this property?
Really to the side
Need
setback.
10 feet.
As, yeah.
Okay.
It's 10 feet, it's 5 feet.
Okay. Jeff, do you have any
It's the only-
comments?
the only comment I have.
No, I mean, but the only architectural comment I have is that 5 foot is gonna collect moss or everything else. That's pretty good where you're gonna hide all the crap. So I hope there's no cabinets on that side. But no, I don't have any problems with it. The site is very busy, but I don't see any issues.
It's gonna be a two-story?
Yep.
There's no rooftop garden going up there or rooftop patio, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
That's reassuring.
We're currently, we're waiting to get an architect to draw up actual, like structural
Yeah.
plans and all
This-
of that. That will
This
finalize
says
the
that
layout for
there
the
are
building.
no upper story balconies or
Yeah.
roof
So
decks.
it's gonna be 2 stories? It's gonna be 2 stories?
Yeah. They have enough existing gross floor area to go up to 900 square feet. They're trying to maximize it without having to remove any more impervious.
So where are the egresses gonna be? Is it on the,
Based off the current location, it would be here and then probably out back here. That would be for,
so then the upstairs would be probably just bedrooms?
yeah, one bedroom.
Yeah, no,
The, not a site plan thing, but architecturally, buildings that are small, you have the owner should take into consideration that a lot of it gets lost with the stair going up. There's up a ton of that free space.
Yep.
I think issue a lot, so. It's like sometimes stairs.
what did you say? I didn't.
Well, it's not a big footprint. When you put stairs in there going up 10 feet, 11 feet to the.
Yeah, but then, that's why I just asked where the egresses were gonna be. They're gonna be on the first floor, right?
Yep.
No,
bedrooms
mine was
upstairs.
more an issue that,
Oh.
it's kind of, for the owner to realize that they lose a lot of space with that stair.
Oh, inside,
Yeah.
interior.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it'll be like just double the 404. I'm sorry, what do you have?
So if you were-
408. So it'd be like 816.
So that's the
Roughly.
footprint. So from my experience working with, I work a lot with Buildex. They do 6-inch interior walls, so it would be the interior, if you were to take the width of it, subtract a foot for each side, and then that would be what your interior floor area is times 2. So conservatively, yes, it would be 816 maximum,
Yep.
but
It's a very good explanatory letter.
Yeah.
Thank you.
no problem.
I mean, you know, we're still discussing this, but this is a good job.
Thank you.
Again, so we're not going to deny this, we can't deny this. But until we know, I think, where that final location is going to be of everything on site, I'm personally reluctant to sign off on it. I think you have a tall order in front of the zoning board. So my preference is to say, like for the last person, we'll see you in September, we'll continue this to September, finalize what the final layout will be, and it's going to be approved, because we have to approve it.
Yep.
But in this condition, it's just too many kind of moving parts and variables still that I would not be comfortable at this time signing off without knowing what I'm signing off on.
Okay.
Do you have a sense of what you'd do if the variance was not granted?
Yeah, so ideally, what we talked about was we would have to shift the building into the 10-foot setback. It would basically just increase the buffers in that sense to,
All right, so you'd
To
be
that.
coming back in with that revision.
I was hoping we could do some sort of like conditioned approval that we would provide a revised plan with it shown inside the 10-foot from the same exact kind of cubbied in the back there.
That would imply that we're putting conditions on this, which I don't think we can do.
Well, the shed's
right now.
not plans either.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at Liz's comments, Friday, July
Oh, no, that's it. Oh, yeah, no, I emailed him about that, about the setback.
But just for folks to know, I received your voicemail, and yes, on the agenda for June 6th, ZBA agenda for the same project variance, the side setback, not sure planning board to approve the project without the ZBA decision. We're not granted zoning relief, you have to resubmit the plan, anyway, so we don't meet in August, so any continuation would have to be till September.
He's kind of, by right, submissions, by definition, become collaborative, where we kind of throw a few things out and try and work with you to
Yep.
find a middle ground that keeps everybody happy.
Yep.
So if what Rick is proposing to kind of come back again in September, then that might work a little bit better.
I need to read, sorry, I need to read into the record a couple letters, Abington Department of Public Works, from John Stone, Director. Abington Sewer Department has reviewed your request for information regarding the planning board hearing scheduled for July 6th. It has the following comments. 43 Plymouth, this proposal is subject to a system development fee that must be paid prior to building sign off. And from,
Board of Health.
yes, and from Abington Board of Health, there's no, Daniel Kelly, Abington Board of Health has no issues with the submitted plans as long as the dwelling is connected to municipal sewer and water if available. So those are the comments we've received from municipals.
Is there a walkway from the parking area to the,
No, it's pretty clear on the property.
Liz, what does it say about, regarding this new ADU? What do they do about fire prevention? Do they require, because there's no way in the world anybody could ever get back there with an engine. But is there any mention of that in their code?
that would be a fire department call. They did get a copy of this plan. I didn't get any feedback back.
I just, because like, a zillion years ago, when the Quincy incorporated that all houses had to be sprinkled. They
is pushed through.
So I think that's part of the Abington code, but I'm not sure that the ADUs, I mean, you would probably have a better idea of that.
I've seen a lot of just sprinkler plans as part of the plan set
Yeah.
from an architect. Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to have them sign off anyway, so.
Yeah.
So we proceed, can I ask, is there anyone out there, any comments? Yeah.
I live to the south side.
You live to the south side?
Yeah, I'm like,
Would you,
Needs to get up.
could you come up, please? Ma'am, could you please come to the mic and,
Yep.
I'm right here. This is my property.
okay.
Okay.
That's a barn, and that's my home.
Ma'am, could you,
We need you to go to the microphone and introduce yourself.
ma'am, please,
Gee,
come to, no.
No, into the microphone.
Microphone.
Into the microphone.
Thank you, Rick.
Donna Ranella, 255 Plymouth Street.
And your comments, that you live near the site.
I live, if you look at their house, I live to the left.
Okay. All right, thank you.
And you didn't have any concerns?
A little bit, I discussed it with them, they're nice people, we get along.
You gotta be up the microphone.
Sorry about this,
They're
ma'am.
very nice, we get along.
So
I-
you've been able to work it out with them?
Yeah, I mean, 5 feet is a little
I
a little
agree.
tight, but they're
agree.
willing to replace some fencing that I own. And then on my side, I would probably plant some kind of tree that gets kind of tall, because I didn't know
So
how
you don't
tall
want it
the
to be part of
structure
this
is yet.
plan? You've got an agreement with them?
Pardon?
You don't want it to be part of this plan? You've got a verbal agreement with them, I guess is what I'm getting at? I think the 5 feet's too close too. Part of
I
the
try-
thing with the
They're willing to
ADUs,
move it
it's
a little
supposed to
more.
meet
and,
setbacks.
You know, I'm willing
They-
to negotiate with them. You know,
Just
I'm
making
not
sure, because-
opposing it.
Because they could say, after this is approved, none of that's in writing.
I see.
Not saying they will, but if you have something you want, you should speak
Well,
up.
I wanted to know how tall the structure was going to be. I have the dimensions, 24 feet by this, by that, but how tall is it?
I mean, it doesn't appear to,
You showed me today, the writing was so small.
About 25 on the long end
You
and
gonna say something?
7 on the end.
I'm sorry, what was the other one? 25, and what was the other side?
Is this a Gropius house?
25.
It's going which way?
25 foot 9.
Okay.
That wall that goes up to the peak is going to be one big wall. My brother-in-law's got the same thing, it's like standing next to a mountain. The wall goes all the way up to the ridge without the roof coming back down, yeah.
This one.
Just wanted you to be aware of that, because that could cast a huge shade shadow.
Yeah.
Is that the proposed design?
It's a tentative one to show what it's going to look like. The architect will probably move some rooms around maybe, if not.
Shed roof is going to the 5-foot side.
Well, that, and there's no features to it as well. I wouldn't call that a New England style, but I don't know if we can, do our design standards like get attached to? I didn't think so.
Just be, just be aware of, like you say, the third dimension, so you get a sense of what that feels, those dimensions feel like to you. I'm sorry. Just be sure when you're talking with the architect or whatever you're doing, just get a sense of that height, what that height's like to be next to. You can compare it against trees that are there already. But just so you're aware of that, because that's, I mean, for a preliminary thing, nah, it's ugly. It needs to be developed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Capella, you'll see, I hope I pronounced your last name right.
Perfect.
Yeah, good. Correspondent here, his name and everything else will be in the minutes and notes and stuff like that. If you could get back to her with, just to address your concerns, yeah. if the architect could get out to you, the engineer could reach out to you with, just the, drawings and, that'd be great. Thank you. So,
I had a motion by Mr., well, it was in a thought by
Okay.
Mr. Collins, so I
Make a
guess I
motion
need
to
to.
continue until our September meeting.
yes. And would someone like to second that, please? Motion made and seconded to continue this hearing for 243 Plymouth Street to our September meeting. All those in favor?
I,
Aye. Thank you.
If you want to give me an email, I'll tell you when that is.
Okay, sounds good. Great, thank you.
thank you.
Thanks for coming in.
Before I leave this, can I just get a list of things that you guys were concerned with, just so I have them in writing to talk?
Sure.
I believe it was the shed, being too close, and what would happen with the building, right?
Shed too close, so I think you need to actually talk to the building commissioner tomorrow, because I think, if I'm remembering correctly, you needed 10 feet between the ADU and everything else. So if there was a pool, there would have to be 10 feet away, 10 feet from a house.
Yep.
Because this came up with another ADU project, and it was 4 feet, and they had a connecting
Yeah.
walkway, and that went down to him.
Yeah,
So-
I did actually talk to him over the phone, and he did mention that. He didn't seem to have much of a problem with it, but
That it was 2 feet versus 10.
Yeah, it is up to him initially, or not initially, at the end of the day, but he didn't have a problem with
It's
it.
not for the zoning board,
Well, yeah, it would probably be up to the zoning board.
so you'd have to go back to the zoning board for that. That's
Yeah.
not included in your packet for Thursday night.
It is, we are going there, if they
Right.
mention it, we will have to address it, yes. Or we will address it.
So walkways and lighting and that part of yours in terms of,
Lighting is,
he's saying he's not even gonna do a walkway out to the back there? Gotta walk on the ground in the wintertime.
I don't know, I'm not sure that we can. I will, it's another question I can ask. What the lighting is, and you're gonna be dark sky compliant, right?
Then
Yeah,
we
so
will not
you-
cross the
you'd ask that
requirements.
question.
Is there gonna be a light on the house at all? Like, is there gonna be like a regular residential light on the
Probably on the-
exterior so they can get in and out?
On the entrance.
There has to be, at least at the doors.
Yeah, right, they.
The two
might require
doors.
that.
Mr. Rangel is an architect, usually asks the lighting questions
Yeah, he's
on
looking
board.
So the shed too close, and then obviously the variance, which you'll know.
And you can't ask anything about drainage?
No.
The roof drainage can just go over to the neighbor's yard 5 feet away?
According to the state, it can.
Thank you, Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
Well, part of that is it's supposed to conform to the setbacks, and it doesn't, and they're going for a variance.
Right.
Which we would have to see before we could actually approve it.
Did you guys have anything else? It was the shed being too close, the variance,
Okay.
the lighting will comply with dark sky, they're probably gonna have a residential light. And you said the trash is gonna be inside?
Yep, stored indoors.
They're gonna store that in,
Storing it indoors, yes.
okay.
Pitch to the roof, did that come up?
I don't think we can.
No, can't do anything with that. Okay.
Once.
Liz, could you just email this to Joan?
He's gonna email me tomorrow for
Okay.
the
Okay.
next date.
Okay.
And I will affirm the two things. It's just the shed, and I guess the result of the variance request.
Okay.
All right, so
See if it's,
that's it?
I don't know.
Continue to September.
All right,
Need like the checklist.
thank you for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, Liz, a break here.
Because all you're doing is...
Literally, they can review.
This is interesting tonight. I always learn. I've been on this board forever.
So, like, literally does, but it's good. Some towns don't even. Oh, it's gonna be horrible, right?
Okay, are we ready? You ready, Liz?
I am ready.
Okay. 6:25 PM, more or less. Site plan review, 676 Bedford Street continued. Do we have someone to speak on this? Could you give us your name and address and?
My name is Sailesh Shah, and I'm also owner of the property. And we requested for the 2 apartment on the commercial portion of the 676 Bedford Street. Unfortunately, we don't have actual plan as per requested. We were here last time, but architect just sent us this afternoon. So we didn't have a time to print it and present to you guys. But surveyor did send us like about a month ago, and there was a couple of things. The surveyor did add parking and everything where it's supposed to go. So I just wanted to see if we can review the surveyor plan and architect plan. We might have to have like continuation for the hearing.
So he revised the plan from the one that you dropped off?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I mean, the one I dropped off is same.
Okay, so they have that?
They have that, okay,
Yep,
perfect.
yep, I mailed it to them, so they
Right.
have that.
Only the architect plan, they don't have it, which,
Right.
we discussed.
Is that's not the architecture, is it?
No,
Okay.
all I have is like very small copy of architect plan.
Okay.
And I emailed you, but it's too late, it was just came
Right.
today.
Yeah, yeah.
Can I ask a question? We talked about, you wanted to do 2 apartments in the former law offices, and Larry, we have the latest comment letter from Larry Silva. And was that addressed, or you still going to try to go for 4 apartments in that place?
So there is still question, so you mentioned it's possible 3 and possible 4, depending on the parking. So after the surveyor, Carl did the job, we haven't discussed like it is gonna be 3 or 4. So that's what we wanted to know. There's enough parking and there's a place for dumpster. So if possible, we would like to have 4, but if not, then we'll settle for 3. We are okay with it.
Okay. Larry, I'm going to bring you in. July 2nd.
It was a little bit difficult going through it only because there was the discussion at that last meeting in May that I thought we had a kind of a consensus that we were going down to 3.
That's all.
So some of the questions or some of the comments that I made weren't sure which way to go because of that issue. As you can see in the letter, I tried to respond to what was dropped off to me by Carl Garvey. He came by my office one day, dropped off a change in the letter responses and the plan that the gentleman has right now with him. And one of the things that was noticeable to me was that, the architectural plan wasn't different, so it was still showing 4. So am I reviewing it based on it still being 4? Or am I reviewing it based on the consensus of trying to go to 3? So that, I kind of struggled with that part of it when I was looking at it. It seemed to me that one of the issues with the parking, to try to make the aisle width wider, was to maybe not go to the 20-foot length spaces, maybe concede down to 18-foot lengths, at least to get 2 more feet in that aisle. But that aisle would then still be not ideal for 2-way traffic in and out of it. The driveway coming in from Bedford Street, to me, has little to no benefit at 12 feet maximum width, so it might be best not to use it for that purpose. When I reviewed the architectural drawing, it still showed those 2 units in the old commercial space. And one of them, its primary access, or its only access, is through the front, which means that they have to walk around all the way to the back anyway to get to anything that's parking. But there was no designated walkway to get there. Maybe that driveway should be just converted to be a walkway if that was going to be the case. So a lot really depends. My comments really, a lot of them depend on whether or not you're going to the 3 or the 4, because I think the 4 is very tight. And then if you look at the photographs, each one of these units now, and you only have 2 residential and you had, the commercial use, they're all using, the trash containers and so forth. And then there's also illustrated a dumpster in the back. So which way is it going to be? And if it's going to be 3 or it's going to be 4, are we talking about 8 dumpsters, 6 dumpsters, or I mean containers that are going to be in the back? Where are they going to be stored? How are they going to be managed? And then that leaves like basically no, if it's 4, it leaves like no open space. There's really no place for like a tenant to basically go out, sit, do something. I mean, there was a patio being taken away on the left side. It just feels very cramped to get 4 units in there. It's almost as though that commercial space might have been used better to be enhancing the one of the other units and making some of that space a little bit more, making better units, making 3 better units than 4 not as good units, having the 2, like that one above is kind of a very difficult unit going above. It's just got that back entrance going up the stairs, and it's got an emergency exit out towards Shore Avenue. But it's, it really comes down to, I mean, which direction are they going? And the questions that I still left there in some of these comments is that there's no walkway coming from the one in the front. The gentleman says he has new architectural plans, but I didn't have the benefit of them. And I think that, you know, are they going to be using the dumpster that's in the back and not be using the containers? Or is it going to be both, or should the dumpster not be part of the project, or is it required as part of the project? There's a lot of those kind of items that I just think need to be ironed out. But like I say, the architectural plans, as they show now, have emergency exits going out, but they only have one way in and out of those apartments. One comes in the commercial space, one comes in from the front door, the other one comes in from the back door. So 3 of the apartments all use the back courtyard, and one of them uses the front going out towards Bedford Street. But its parking has to be way in the back. So they have to be able to get there to get to their parking spaces. So it's just, it's a lot of stuff that's packed in there. And so in conclusion, I mean, I basically was saying is that you know, if it were reduced to 3, it makes a really nice 3. I know economically it's not the 4 that somebody might want to have, but you know, you'd be able to only have 6 spaces, gives you some space there to have some other amenities. You know, you could widen that access coming in by making it the 18-foot deep spaces, and then you could use that left side that would become more open space and walkway. It would just make for a better place for a patio area, somebody to grill, where you're going to store a bike. There's nothing for those kind of things. There's not like a place for tenants to store stuff or anything. So I think those are things that I laid out here for you guys to consider in terms of how you want to approach this and what the agreement is with this gentleman here, is whether or not it'll be 3 or 4.
I just remember the discussion. I just want to say, I remember the discussion very well from last meeting. And I totally agree that I think 4 apartments are just overwhelming for the site. And I really think that the best option is to approve this with 3 apartments myself. I mean, what say you fellow board members?
I think that was our discussion previously.
Yes, yeah. I think we pretty much all agreed that we would ask you to do 3 instead of 4.
Sure, so what we can do, we can have revised the architecture plan to 3 units. And first floor will be like, the whole office area will be like 1 unit. And we'll have like a front and back entrance, the way it is right now. Instead of splitting the entrance, the front is already there, back is already there. That will be the exit and the entry.
Yeah, I echo Larry, our engineering consultants.
I mean, there may be some
Egress and
benefit to using some of that
egress.
space on that
Yeah.
commercial level
Yeah.
for one of the other units. Maybe
Yeah.
that one that's above,
Yeah.
maybe he doesn't have to go by an outside staircase to get to that unit, maybe there's some component of this, it could be on that first level, because you do have a lot of space in that,
Right.
in that commercial.
No, I totally agree. And that's why I see we are not that expert who wants to be like, and we are okay with 3 units. So we're gonna request our architect to do the 3 and then submit way ahead of, not at the last moment. And then we can have it for next meeting.
I'm just concerned about safely getting in and out of there.
Yes.
And having people have a little space to live.
And they might be able to get more, you might be able to get more for it, so you may not be losing like an
Yeah.
apartment revenue. Maybe he's gonna get more for the 3 that he has, because they'll be better.
Yeah.
So we have to, I can understand, sure, definitely.
It sounds like the same conversation we had the last meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, only,
We're just going, we're talking about Larry's most recent one.
I understand that, but it sounded like the same conversation we had the last meeting, and
Yeah.
I would also be supportive of removing that existing driveway and turning it into a walkway.
okay, on
Out to the
the
back.
left side of the house.
I just don't see it, a function that it serves, because at 12 feet, you can't get ambulances and fire trucks down there anyway. So I would rather just have all the traffic go off Shaw. It probably makes more sense in terms of flow in and out,
Yeah.
to have it go there instead of this entrance that maybe made sense in 1965 when it was built, but doesn't anymore.
It's candy.
Yeah, I mean, it probably made sense then, but it doesn't now, when we have, 15,000 more cars going up and down Route 18.
Yeah, we can eliminate that driveway and
Yeah.
have maybe the patio or deck over there. So,
Yeah, and then you do those 2 things, you grass it, make a little walking path, and I think we have a nice little thing right there.
yeah, perfect. Okay, we can do that, sure, definitely. Thank you so much. So I'm gonna email you tomorrow for the next,
If you want to email me tomorrow, I'll tell you when the
Yes.
September meeting is and when the filing deadline is.
definitely.
so
So you will have all that
Right.
information.
didn't have anything to say. Drop the plans. I thought that was part of the conversation, that Carl and you were gonna get together and kind
Well,
of.
he showed up one day at my office, and he had that plan with him, with a couple of changes in it. And then he had basically
Right.
the same architectural,
To me, it made more sense that you get permission from us and you two hash out the nitty-gritty details, and we wouldn't be
And I
sitting
think
here
Ross said it
with the
would
same
take a long
questions
time.
at another
No,
meeting.
I totally agree. It was all our part. It's like we are not expert on this, and also our architecture is so lazy or whatever it is. But we just got this morning. We've been reaching them every single day, but
Tell them you're going to find somebody else. Move it along,
Yeah,
right?
So
everybody's
Just-
busy, I get it, but
As a word of advice, where we've seen this work well before, is that you've got to get those architectural drawings over to Larry as soon as you can.
yes, definitely.
Then there's a series, there's
Right.
feedback,
Right.
maybe some more changes,
Exactly.
feedback, maybe some more changes,
No, that's very good.
and all of that. And then, so when you
Yeah.
come back in before us,
It'll
there's
be
been a
ready.
couple of conversations that have happened, and Larry's sitting there nodding, saying, I'm good,
Sure.
and, we get this done.
Perfect, sounds good.
and I don't want to slow him down, I know he's already gone it quite a while now. I do want to make the board aware that I will be on vacation in the Azores from August 27th.
Can't do that.
You tell my Portuguese wife that. Okay. From August 27th to September, into Labor Day weekend.
So Labor Day is September 7th, so.
Yeah, to
coming
then.
back. Yeah,
Yeah, somewhere in there. So it's, so
so,
it depends on when that meeting is and when I would have stuff to look at. I mean, Rebecca's in my office, she can review if I'm not there, she's really good.
No, we'll get
She'll
it
tell
done
you
in
she's
July.
better than me.
I don't want to go to August with this, at least.
yeah,
You
but
were
the quicker you
able
get
to
it to me, the he
Exactly.
can look at it.
Yeah, I can
so-
look at it before I would go.
Yeah.
Take my brother's time.
because we were wondering where you were.
He's always like-
Not that I don't have.
August what?
What's that?
When are you leaving, August
August 27th, the evening of
27th? So,
we'll just bring
We
Dave
have plenty of
Johnson
time.
back.
We'll
What
be
the
done
hell, he's not doing it.
Yeah, thank you so
So
much.
enjoy the
Thank
Azores.
you.
I was there in March, so it's a beautiful place.
This is my, because when I remarried, I lost my wife after 40 years. 3 years later, I remarried, and my wife is full Azorean. She grew up in Ribera, Kent, in the town of Ribera, Kent, came in when she was 8 years old. because she's been here for 50 years. But since I met her, we've been there, back there 6 times in the last
5 up here.
11 years.
6 up.
Well,
So-
Allen's only been back once since she came
And
back.
I want to tell you, it's the most beautiful place I've ever
Beautiful
seen.
place. You should go in winter, because why, it's like, it's year around, the weather is so good. We were in March and it was like so beautiful.
Yeah.
It was like, you don't need a t-shirt.
No,
It's
no.
like that. So,
No.
but summer you can enjoy there, winter.
Maybe I'll
Take care.
bring Liliana back.
Thank you.
Yep. All
All
right.
right, guys, next thing we gotta go back to the top of the agenda. Let's see, minutes of May 4th and June 1st.
They gotta be separate.
Yeah, we're gonna do, I'm just saying, want to do the May 4th minutes, please?
Motion to approve. Second.
Any comments before? Okay, motion made, approved, seconded to approve the May 4th meeting minutes as written. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, next one is the June 1st meeting minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
Thanks, Larry.
Enjoy your vacation, man. June 1st.
I was not there.
Okay, Bob is abstaining. Rick, Jeff, Rick.
I have no comments.
Clearly, I didn't read these, or else I would have caught that 5 o'clock we're starting today.
Motion to approve.
Motion made to approve. Second?
Second.
Motion made, seconded to approve the June meeting minutes. All those in favor? Aye. Okay.
With Bob Soper
And
abstaining,
Bob saying,
correct?
and Bob Soper saying. We don't have any correspondence. We've looked at the ZBA agenda. Let's see, discussion, well, let's update the town planner first. You want to give your update, please?
I actually don't have a lot. It's end of year. So we're kind of crazy busy trying to wrap up vouchers and getting stuff in and wrapping up some grant work, continuing on with some other grant work. So, yeah,
And Kevin and I attended the Mass Housing Conference the other week in
Correct.
Worcester. And I did because of the Housing Trust, but that was a very informative conference. I got a lot out of it, and we will have the handouts and stuff like that. I just want to let you,
a week.
in a week,
In a week they'll be available.
And,
Got an email this morning.
this is the Housing Trust, but I just want to let you guys know that we're moving forward to providing assistance for home improvements or loans. We want to hire an assistant. We're going to find out how much, money we have to do this and stuff like that. So, by the end of the year, we will have some programs in place to assist people with housing, and we will have a assistant in place to administer the programs. So, as someone involved, and, I know you guys have been supportive of this, but I just want to let you know, having some progress made. And then, finally, was the note that I sent out, email that I sent out regarding economic development, suggestions to the select board for economic development. Mr. Collins was prepared to do a PowerPoint, selectmen, us attending and stuff like that. And I sent out a letter, things to consider when promoting economic development in the town. You guys, hopefully you've read that. I think, and it's no disrespect to you, Rick, but I really think we need to, hire OCPC or something like that to do a plan and, and spell this out as we did in the letter. So, I don't know, that's just me. Rick, do you have any comments?
Yeah, so first, I didn't have time to put together the presentation I hope to for this month. I hope to get it done by September, just been too much. I read through this, and I mean, obviously, all these points you bring out are really part of what would be in a larger economic development plan. I think that's a portion of what we want to bring to the attention of the board, of the select board, but a lot of it is pieces beyond that, which is just that they hold the keys to do anything, and they need to start figuring out what they want to do So that, I'll include that we should be doing an economic development plan through OCPC and figure out exactly what the potential is, but there's a lot of bigger picture stuff that they need to do in addition or alongside of or in addition to.
I mean, I wrote the comprehensive economic development strategy for the Old Colony Planning Council for many years, and I was principal author of the one in 2020, which just expired. They just won recently. And of course, communities, they look at all zoning and stuff like that, and we actually did a guide to doing business in town, stuff like that, OCPC did. I'm retired from OCPC over 5 years now. But I think we just need to have, professionals work on this and provide a guide to the town. No disrespect to any of the volunteers in town government.
None taken, but that's just, like I said, that's just one piece of the conversation that needs to be going on right now.
Yes, sir.
So can I just tap in, because I was not here, and so I'm just trying to get the lay of the land on, so you're gonna do a slideshow that you want to present to the select board?
Yes, because there are things, the big issue is that we need to build our commercial tax base. And there are things that we cannot do as a planning board without them taking the lead. We do not have the ability to go and start to have conversations with major employers in the region about building their next project in Abington, for example. There are things that we can talk about, which is, are our downtown, zoning bylaws sufficient for development, which I think they are. But, if we want to talk about tax incentive districts or something, that's not something we can do as a planning board. They have to have those conversations. So, in addition to what Bruce is saying, like, yes, we also probably want to have an idea of what exactly our capabilities are. But, there's also stuff like, at some point, who's going to have those conversations with the landowners in town to say, hey, what are you doing with all your vacant land? Can we get something going here, please? It's the select board that needs to decide, hey, owner of New England Art Building, you're doing nothing, this is a danger to the town, we're gonna start having conversations about next steps. It's like, we can't do that as a planning board, they have to do
Right.
that.
So,
But I don't know if they are aware of that.
all right, so you're gonna do the slide presentation, because the town manager wants to review it before it goes to them, I guess.
No, so I was going to do it so this board can take a look at it and make sure that I'm
But
speaking on
he
behalf-
wants to review it too, so I want to let you know
Yeah.
that before it goes to the select board.
I mean,
So
I don't know if the town manager has the right to demand to see something before it goes to the select board chair, but
I don't know. I
I'll
don't
be
know.
happy to share it, but I mean,
Yep.
he's not going to say no.
No.
No, I'm sure he's going to put it on, or have them put it on the agenda,
Yeah.
however that's
Yeah.
working over there. That was just my understanding from the last time, so I'm just trying to
Yeah.
get that straight in my head.
No, I just need to put the presentation together so that this board
Okay.
can take a look at it.
And they're going to look at it, and then if it's ready to go, then you're going to forward it over to the select board.
Yeah.
And try to get a date, September, October on their agenda. Okay,
The
I
October,
just,
because this board won't see it until September.
okay, so I just, also wanted to let you know, he's working on getting like a, business development council together. He has some friends he's gonna call in and, see what they can do, so I wanted to give you like a little update on that. And then we are still diligently working away on zoning. I'll poke my eyes out. So I don't know if you guys have any ideas of what you'd like to see as proposed zoning changes moving forward. We're talking about inclusionary zoning, one thing, because we are at our 10 point whatever %, and we would like to stay there.
And we also have the North Quincy Street project.
Right, but that has already fallen through once, and although it seems to, the game seems to be afoot, but we still haven't received an application. So I think for in perpetuity purposes, so we can stay ahead of the game, it's something we need to consider. That's something that small working group will talk about with you guys when we're ready for that. But I didn't know if you guys had anything that you wanted to see,
So-
that you think would be helpful, or,
I would be curious to see how our downtown zoning bylaws stack up to downtown Rockland, downtown Whitman,
so
downtown Easton.
he's not doing that. No,
somewhat.
sorry, that's what I mean, he's not comparing to another town, he's just trying to
Yeah, but I mean, that's what I want to see,
Revitalize ours.
because other downtowns are seeing development, ours isn't. So is it a zoning problem?
It's a water problem right now.
Or is it, well, aside from, even when we had water, we weren't seeing interest.
right.
So is it a zoning bylaw problem, or is it an owner problem?
And what was the basis of approval? I was told those new buildings that have gone up in downtown Whitman, that was done, those were 40B. You know, the new,
No, he's building a commercial building.
no, but I mean, those new apartment buildings that have sprung up in Whitman.
I don't think they were 40Bs.
Mixed use.
I think it's mixed use.
Mixed use.
Mixed
Yeah.
use.
Yeah,
I think part of it might be the height requirement.
yeah.
I've kind of got some feedback on that, like
Then,
our height
then
requirements.
we can
not
have that
enough.
conversation.
And
yeah.
obviously,
But I-
Whitman and Rockland both have a lot more parking than Abington does.
That's the other problem.
Go down into Hanson Center, for God's sakes.
Yeah,
They've got stuff going on down there.
yeah, and just, we're just
Yeah.
tumbleweeds going through both our downtown areas.
Back in the day, like, we could change anything, but before CARP moved in, that would have been a beautiful site for public parking.
Right.
Well, that's always been a lumberyard, Chuck. Historically, it was a lumberyard, Abington lumber.
So if you guys think of anything that you'd like to
There's gonna be a
Yeah.
train station.
include in this, shoot me an email. We're going to meet again
To include in,
to discuss about zoning,
So who-
proposed zoning changes, because we're kind, I don't
Who's-
want to use
I'm
the
sorry, who's
term
we?
overhauling. So it's our consultant from OCPC, Jason Duraciers.
Okay.
It's Nick Jenks, it's Bruce, it's the chairperson of the ZBA, Kevin and I, and Sean Riley, to bring in that, like, land use client representative.
But I guess part of the reason to also go to the select board is that, do we have the ability to go to businesses in town and banks in town and be like, hey, why aren't we seeing anything? Why aren't you doing anything with your property?
Well, we
like-
used to have something called the Abington Business Council.
Well,
Yeah,
that's-
and it's
that's what-
consisted of all the guys who weren't building anything on their property. So
Right,
it's like,
so the town manager is starting to try to get that revitalized. And then the other thing we're talking about is mixed use in at least a section of Route 18, if not more than one section. The less residential populace, that's another thing that we're talking about
But-
doing.
is the business council going to include, Mr. Barry? Is it going to include Mr., what's his name, who owns a big laydown yard? All those big parcels up there that have nothing going on?
Oh, what's his name? I know what you're talking about, Gioso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean-
they'll reach out to him.
The orange dump truck guy.
Yeah, the orange truck. Yeah, they'll certainly, it's my understanding that Mr. Barry might be trying to sell that property up there, so,
Yeah.
Well, I
I
mean,
don't know.
All right. I see Bob Soper looking at me like, okay. We usually do, but I see your eyes looking at me.
so when this conversation, when Rick brought this conversation, got us started on this, I think you had sent something back to us at that time and said the town manager wanted to come in and speak with us.
Yeah, but then what I got, the feedback I got from the last meeting was that there was going to be you guys wanted to go to the select board and the town
That's what we,
manager.
yeah.
Yeah, so
When Rick first brought this up,
Happy to invite him
from
in
from day
September.
one, Rick has said.
Yeah.
The intent was to go to the
Right.
Board of Selectmen.
The-
And then what we heard back was, well, the town manager would like to come in and speak with you. So does he still want to come in and speak
Yeah.
with us?
Yep. Yeah, we can do that if you guys want to set up a meeting sometime in August, or if you want to go into September. I'll be on vacation the last week of August, so if you want to do it then.
Are you going to the Azores with Larry?
I'm not. I
No,
wish I
okay.
was.
Okay, I just want to point this out that Rick, my friend Mr. Collins, asked us to make comments, and you note the date on this was the day after our meeting was done. Our meeting, I think, was on 6/1, and I spent a few hours in the evening writing up this list of comments. So I was trying to support Mr. Collins by writing.
All right, so do you want me to see if I can set something up in August, or just maybe do like a 5 o'clock meeting in September? We can talk to him from like 5:30 to 6, or 5 to 6 o'clock.
Think there's value in that?
Sure.
And do you want to bring in some select board members, or you want to do that separately, or?
it doesn't matter. Part of the whole origin is that we have an entire new board, and except for, one person, maybe one and a half, they aren't familiar with these issues.
Right, right.
So part of it is, let's use our expertise and talk to
Okay.
them, like, this is some of the things that we know would probably work, but we can't do, that you need to kind of take the lead on. So
All right.
whether that's done here, whether that's done at their meeting, I really don't.
Is that something the town manager can help, obviously,
Yeah.
push in their direction?
And
He has their ear.
OCPC has a new, they filled, I had the economic development planner position for OCPC for many years. They had some good quality people in there after I left. They have a new guy, I think he's from Norton, and he's extremely well qualified. And so, down the road, we might be able to line up his expertise. All right, guys.
All right, so I will talk to the town manager tomorrow, maybe see if a couple of his board members want to attend in September. We'll do like the same thing, a working group from 5 to 6. Does that sound
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
okay?
All
Yeah.
right.
I mean, my understanding was that,
Or do we want to see, I mean, you're going to put something together for September, right?
Yeah.
Do you want to wait till we see what Rick wants to put together and maybe some more ideas before we do that, or? I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Well, if you, if you want to wait and have him come, because I think he may, I'm hoping he makes some progress between now and then
Yeah.
with this business group, and that could make a lot of difference.
Do you want to push this to October, excuse me?
No, we'll talk to him in September, but do you want to shoot for October for you to go to the select board?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that would be wise.
All right, and then, so you could fold his ideas or into that joint kind of a thing? Okay, that sounds good.
I appreciate board member comments, in supporting Rick. This is a vital issue to the town, and I'm glad to, I was very pleased with this meeting tonight, by the way. I think we were all proactive and made some good comments and things like that. So we're off next month.
Yes, we are, we're
All
on
right.
September.
All right, anyone else, anything? Motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Bob's made the motion.
second,
All those in favor? Aye. Good night, everyone.
Lost it.